Hi, I'm Costello.
And I'm Xgave.
And this is a hazardous tutorial.
This is the first video of 4. It's going to split up in 4, just so we can elaborate.
The first tutorial will be based on just basic plane design. And the second one will focus more on the control surfaces of the plane. So you got your ailerons and your tail and elevators. Yeah. And Xgaves will... Yeah, there you go.
The third one is how to pick suitable engines to maximize the stability of the plane, as well as just gaining power. And the fourth will just be methods of combining this just to make the best plane you can. Alright, let's get started.
No, they're a little bit smaller. Yeah, they were... Oh yeah, we need these smaller back things. Powerful. Oh, and you'll need, which is...
Alright, so now we have all the parts spawned, we just place them together. Once they're welded, you can start tampering with the weights and the fin efficiencies, which is the most vital part of making a stable plane.
That's pretty much everything other than... Oh, wait. The ailerons will cover later, so it's okay. Yeah. That's pretty much everything. Where we explain how to stabilize your plane after all the components from all the tutorials are put together.
Alrighty, let's get started constructing this.
So, this basic design is a biplane. I roughly base it off a plane that featured in World War I. Can't quite remember its name, but it's a pretty distinctive design. This is the design we used in our first video that featured our first plane that we built that used an engine that could actually fly.
You don't have to do this, guys, this is just if you want, but as long as the plane's balanced on both sides, it will probably end up stable.
There we go.
This is just a distance of 50.
Yep. And now we can smart constrain them all together. Bam, 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 bam. Now for the boom. These booms will support your tail, and yeah, that's pretty much all they'll do. So again, I'm going to easy precision them. About 6 spaces, sorry, apart from each other. Okay, now I'm going to easy precision the vertical stabilizers on. So these are your fins for the plane, and they are pretty important if you don't want your plane to slew from side to side. And this is your horizontal stabilizer, where you'll place your elevator. And now just smart constrain everything together.
Alright, so next, this is basically the alternative of a cockpit. This will probably just get easy positioned in, otherwise it happens.
Just no collide it, so it hangs down a bit more.
Just go center and center. And then nudge it forward about 25%.
And then nudge it down further. Let me see.
Nudge it down so the wings aren't sitting on the very bottom of the cockpit. That was down a distance of 10.
That's about right. And you can mess around with the height of your top wing as well. You can just, just experiment with different heights, depending how much space you want between the fuselage and the wings.
I guess we don't need these wings after we stack them. Alright, so this is pretty much at the stages of just balancing the weights and setting all the fin efficiencies.
That's what I used last time. Can't quite remember.
Just any old thing that'll just hold up an axis will do. Alright, first of all, you always purposely give it too much efficiency, and then you can just observe and see what's lifting up too high or what isn't lifting enough, and then you can just raise or lower.
So if you want to make a plane that's fairly realistic, you probably don't want like 1,000 efficiency on each wing, because it'd be kind of stupid.
Pretty much everything is if it doesn't work, you just try different settings, that doesn't work, you just keep on trying. Yeah, like a setting or configuration that'll always balance itself. And I have wind as well. If you have wind on, it'll actually toss around the plane using an artificial wind.
Remember, once we've added your engine, which we'll cover later in the tutorial series, it'll add a lot more weight on the front. So again, we'll put on another tutorial that deals with the stabilization of all the extra added components. So you'll find you'll probably need less or more efficiency on the tail once the engine's added, because it'll add more weight to the plane.
As you can see, it's actually taking quite a lot of tweaking.
And you'll want to balance it all out.
Just to get it to fly level at a speed. So that right there is fairly good, because once you have the control surfaces, you can raise or lower the back accordingly to where you want to go.
It's just a matter of trial by error. So just keep trying a whole heap of different efficiencies until you get it right, pretty much. That's how we did it.
So that is a fairly stable plane as it is now. Once you add the engine, it'll increase its lift because it's got a higher speed. And that's pretty much it. So continue watching the next ones, you'll be able to build a plane that'll be able to fly in no time.
Alright, so stay tuned guys, there's more tutorials coming.